Welcome, Wahoo fans, to this week's edition of the Lockdown featuring TCov and the BallHawk. That's right. You heard him. That's Petty Hawk. He been waiting. We ain't heard from him in a while. I'm sure he might make an appearance tonight.
No, definitely tonight.
We have a special guest, former Cavalier great offensive lineman, Eric Maurice Smith Jr. from Decatur, Georgia.
Yes,
what
sir.
up, fam?
Yes, sir. ATL in the building. What's going on with everybody?
Man, hey, thanks for being on, bro. Appreciate the blessing, and fans can't wait to hear your perspective on life and you.
I appreciate y'all for listening in advance, for sure.
Hold on, before we get started, this man threw out your whole government.
Hey man, it's he has a lot more information on me. Listen, we go deep, man. Omega Sci-Fi Fraternity Incorporated, man.
Indeed.
That's how I knew it's deeper than football, because when he said it, your facial expression stayed solid. Like, yep.
Listen,
my God.
I'm the old bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm the old bro. I can do that.
If it was somebody that you ain't trust, you'd be like, "Hey, yo, how you know that?"
Hey, listen, our big respect. Calling me right now.
Yeah, he got a call. There you go.
Look, High C's just called me. I need to put him on Do Not Disturb. But big appreciation. I wouldn't be in Omega Land if it weren't for TCov right here, man. So that's big ups right there.
For the people that don't know, what's Omega Land?
What? Oh, that's the question. That's a very broad answer I would have to give.
Right, I mean, so the very surface level answer, because there's a lot of folks that don't know what Omega means. You know, we got different walks of life that listen to this podcast. Everybody don't know what Omega is. It's no disrespect.
It makes sense. We're an international fraternity. We're all over. Yeah, we're in every walk of life you've seen and haven't seen. We have brothers everywhere. Whether it's the courtroom, whether it's football field, whether it's judicial system. We can the branch. I'm bragging. Whatever I say, I'm bragging. We are divided and committed to uplift and commit service to any community we touch. However we can make the world better around us is what we're committed to, and we're ultimately a group of like-minded individuals. You know, we all come from, like I said, different walks of life, but we all have a mutual understanding to help someone next to us and the community we live in. So that's
it.
Yeah, that's it, bro. I'm new to the lands. Did I do a good job?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, my bad. Let me let the OG, because I need to shut up. Matter of fact, go ahead, Cub.
All I'm gonna just say is that in case they didn't hear you earlier, bro, it's Omega Sci-Fi Fraternity Incorporated. I just want to make sure that they understand that, aka the Q Dogs. Now they understand. Yeah, they get a little taste of it. That is.
Amen.
Well, dog, we're gonna take it back, bro. We're gonna take it back to Decatur, Georgia, bro. We're gonna take it back to Columbia High School, Coach David Edwards. Let's take it back then, bro. Tell us a little bit about high school, and did you play more than just offensive lineman?
I did dab into defense a little bit. Actually, that coach, I had the same coach my first 3 years in high school that I had playing school ball in 8th grade. So that was the first time I started playing school. But up until then, I was a defensive end, man. That's why even to this day, I still have more of a defensive end, a defensive guy build. But that's where it started. So got to high school. The true transition to offensive tackle was because I was a big guy that was agile, and we needed somebody to protect the quarterback. So that's how it started. Simply, we were in a football. We were in a football high school. Still to this day known for our basketball and somewhat of our academics, but not really very inner city program. But that's where it started. It was really just a hobby turned now profession. It was never my goal to get here, but we can get down that track for sure. But Coach Edwards, I haven't heard from him in a minute since leaving. I graduated back in 2013, and actually that's my first year. My first 3 years were under Mario Allen. I actually graduated with Coach Edwards, and he was my middle school coach as well. That's where that connection came. But that's how I started, man. I was a defensive end, just one of the athletic big kid, and hey, get right here, do this, and I really just would imitate guys who I would see in my position. I really had a hero at the position, but I like the challenge of it. And
Right.
yeah, you've
Well,
been on the island, yeah, it's dangerous.
one thing we always say, man, we always ask guys that used to hoop in high school. You know, I know you played center and all, you was a big fella. Were you just a basketball player or were you a hooper?
Don't lie.
Listen, I honestly did better with street ball. I wasn't a team player. I never really understand the play.
I
You can
like
go
that.
ask my, like I said, they're still known for the basketball, but I didn't really grasp the plays. The reason they really picked me up was my agility, my ability, and what I did in street ball. So I never played a center really when I played street ball. Of course, like being 6'5", you're not playing center at 6'5".
Right.
PG out there.
So yeah, I'm always doing a little bit more. I was just closer to 300 pounds doing it. So it's like, yeah, come on, you got 5 fouls to give. Come on out here.
Okay.
We hit the state championship. We lost, but I wasn't too
Okay.
bad. I'm a hooper.
You threw that in there. Yeah, you threw that in there. I like how you did that. We won state championship.
Yeah, no, I just, I'm humble about it. I'm a bashful guy.
Hey, this is celebrating you. This is not.
Yeah, man. Talk your shit.
I'm new to that. Really, I really hold a lot of stuff down. Like,
there we go. Talk.
Yeah,
this is about you.
I can talk
bro.
now. I can talk.
We giving your flowers, bro. We giving your flowers. So
I appreciate
get it in
all
the way in.
It was definitely a big deal being a dual sport athlete at my being in Atlanta, man. You known for the best of everything. You got the music industry and everything. So if you taking off outside of course being a dope boy and everything like that, that was never really my angle because that was too easy for me. Being somebody who's qualified enough to go to UVA, I was never a dummy. So me going the street route it was more so too typical. But I feel like honestly I would have done too well, which means would have caused me more trouble. So I chose to go the academic route. So that's really I got up out of Atlanta because I never traveled as a kid. So I felt I got to a certain point in high school where I said if I'm able to leave, especially off academic or sports scholarship, I was gonna get up out of there. So I did what it took. I was never a hard head. I never really got ISS, you know what I'm saying? So I was a straight arrow just because, and I knew it made sense to my quickest path away from what I knew.
Yeah.
So, I was good in the classroom. I was good on the sports. It just made sense to do a little bit more to get away from where I'm at.
And I think you dropped a jewel for the young folks that's listening or people who have children that's young. Majority of the time when you get into that game, they call it trap for a reason. It's because you don't have a vehicle to get out of it. And you said you want to travel and you understood that you had smarts, you understood your athletic acumen. So it's like, this can be my vehicle away.
Right.
And a lot of times, a lot of these young men don't understand that. Find you a vehicle to get you away from it, versus just falling into the trap. Because it is easy to fall into the trap.
Right. And for those who don't get it, like the true OGs and old heads that y'all listen to, what they don't listen to really anymore, their goal is never to stay in where they at. You know what I'm saying? The goal was to start something, start a legacy for your family. Do everything that way. That you have legit businesses and everything. People forget what the goal was rather than they get obsessed with the fast money, which I understand. Fast money in tough situations makes the most sense. I understand. I come from it. But I was able to realize that the long run of things was never, none of the OGs were on the street that 5-10 years from then. You know what I'm saying? So, quick money is not always the best resolution. Yeah, that's what I found.
That's even in the business you in right now, but we're gonna get to that down the road.
Listen, we'll get to that. NFL's a whole nother hustle for real. It's really like that. I found out the hard way, finding out, living it.
No doubt. So coming out of high school, man. So naturally, big guy, athletic, able to move well as a defensive end, 3-star athlete. What schools were recruiting you the most, and why did you pick Virginia?
By that time, I was being recruited solely as an offensive tackle, but my first one really coming out of sophomore, junior year was Middle Tennessee, Alabama State, Georgia Tech. They were right up the street. It was about 10 minutes from my house. That was where I started with it. You know, UCF and schools like that. I ended up choosing UVA. It was more of a split decision, honestly, man. I was the last one in our recruiting class, if I'm not mistaken. Honestly, my coaches around then, they would say kind of choose schools that are choosing you rather than just sending you information or, you know, this is this. And like, where's the love at? And I was coming from a program, we weren't a football, like I said, program. We weren't winning, going to any playoffs or anything like that. So I'm going off of merit. And we didn't even have a real lifting program. So everything was new to me every day. So me getting mail and everything, going to my head coach's office, there's nobody coming in and say, hey, you need to choose this program or you need to visit them. Oh, don't do this. Like, this is all me touching and feeling things out of myself with my mom. You know what I'm saying? No dad in the house, no coaches that have experienced this. So everything was a first time encounter. But I ended up choosing UVA simply because at the time, you know, coming from a predominantly black everything, I never had a non-minority student in my class since ever. You know, UVA was my first time. So I would definitely wasn't inspired by my mom and I both, just by the ultimate education that would come with it, you know, life lessons, you know, the typical spiel that comes with every university. But at the time we had a black head coach. You know, we had, at the time I had Vincent Brown coming to my home from Charlottesville, Virginia. Like, those are things that were really happening. Power 5 D1 program with the education that follows. Me telling myself NFL was never wasn't my final destination. Me being able to graduate from a prominent program, it just made sense. I had no idea what a UVA was, you know what I'm saying? So me doing the research at that time, it was very in my space in that moment, made sense to me because, you know, we weren't winning anything. I wasn't being offered to come visit all these different schools because I was a 4 or 5 star guy. It was just, all right, this guy got a lot of potential, we think. He had some of the size. I was always underweight too. Even now, I'm still more so small size for a tackle. So UVA, man, at the time it presented what it seemed like the best opportunity, and I bit hard, and you know, still prospering from it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So when you got in there, man, you touched down on grounds, you hit the weight room, you start practicing with the guys. You know, we ask guys, hey man, did you feel like, man, maybe I need to get redshirted, or you know, shit, I think I'm ready to go right now?
Listen. I got to on an official visit. I remember going up to guys, Keon Johnson. Y'all remember Keon? We're the same class. Keon was built like Shannon Sharp, and he was a receiver. So I'm saying, I came to UVA when I didn't hang my head or nothing. I told Sadiq, Alara Waju, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing some big guys. I'm like, hey, not to be discouraged, I at least want to have a year to catch up with y'all because I'm here off my ability. I know we're in the same shoes. You know, so the bar of equilibrium is here. I want to at least know I'm working to look like y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was. I told coaches I wanted a red shirt. I had no issue with red shirting. It wasn't until that VMI game and then Pitt. Pitt. No, it was who was the Ball State.
Ball State.
First official start. Yeah. So it wasn't planned. I was thrown into the fire and I handled mine. As simple as that. I had to hustle.
Yeah, dude, you were one of 4 true first years to ever start at the tackle position in program history at that point. So that's a major statement, and that's a lot of belief in you. How do you think you handled it?
First, that fact, I didn't even know at the time. It wasn't until probably the end of that season that I found out that fact. Once again, Virginia was not, everything about Virginia was new to me, let alone the stats and, you know what I'm saying, facts that go along with it. But I really never had a chance to bask in that moment. It was always what's next. You feel me? So I mean, coming from a guy that's new to his environment, new to everything in general. Now I'm telling myself I want a red shirt. Now I'm going to a starting right tackle at a a Power 5 program. It's all a whirlwind. I'm more so overwhelmed, but I just dealt with it in live action. You know what I'm saying? So I never really had that moment to go decompress. Even to this day, I've never thought about it until really asked. I've never been asked that question, how do you deal with that? I've thrown it to the fire. Here we go. Yeah, so every day's been something new. Now I'm at year 10 out of high school. Who would have thought?
I mean, that's amazing though, because you said multiple times, like, you wasn't really thinking about NFL. Like you was a guy that, because that if you don't know, that rewrites a narrative that attached to every player that plays football. They're chasing the NFL dream, and you're a guy that came to UVA because of what it can do outside of football. So that's where UVA wins versus these blue blood type footballs programs, the degree and how much it weighs. So with you, is it more like when you get thrown into the fire, is it because NFL doesn't really truly hold that dominion over you? Because Cub, I tell you a lot of times, I always tell guys, when football doesn't hold dominion, ownership over your life, it becomes that much easier for you to adapt to the pressures. Do you feel like that speaks for you, or is it something else with your upbringing that allows you to just get thrown to the fire and adapt?
I would definitely say coming into the league, I didn't have the ankle weight of saying I had to do well here. Like everybody's counting on me. I didn't come from a sports family. Like I'm the only one on both sides of my family that plays a sport, at least played more than 2 to 3 years. So like this was not a plan. This was my favorite hobby turned now year 7 of the NFL. I like, you know what I'm saying? I was always outside, football, basketball, baseball since 5 years old. So yeah, I feel like I didn't have the burden of saying I need to make it here. But getting here, definitely the competitive edge that I've developed prior to 2017, my rookie year, is let's get it. What the fuck going on? You feel me? Like that's what I'm taught. You know what I'm saying? That's the in me. Like I've now reached here, and I didn't plan to reach here, knowing the 0.01 percentage of people who make it. Like I had to possess that little bit of it's something about me. I have to see where this takes me. And it was immediately game right after UVA, going 2-10 twice in the 4 seasons I had, never touching a bowl game. Like still to this day, I'm not able to have certain conversations with guys, who they reliving and reminiscing over their college experience, bowl game experience, winning. I'm like, nah. I listen because I like the way it feels. I'm like, okay, that winning feeling, I gotta get it. Never had it in high school, didn't have it in middle school. It's really more so my real drive really now in the league is because I have a chip on my shoulder, because like I'm year 7, I still don't know what it's like to win, but I'm never gonna succumb to losing. Like that's not how I got here. That's not what the fuck is in me. It's not what's run through my blood, and I get real anxious. I get real jittery about it, but it's like it's developed because I don't have a support system. Yeah, they say have a good game. My son is in the NFL and things like that, but like I don't have nobody tracking me if I gave up a short edge on a sack or anything like that. That's not the family I come from. So this shit is all, I compartmentalize a lot of stuff to myself. It's like I'm taking on the lead by myself. So I love that. I love it. I'm infatuated with that feeling. I love that.
No, that's that underdog. That's that underdog, though. Bro.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, as soon as you gave me the go ahead, I'm like, okay, now it's gonna get. I put on sleeves because I got goosebumps. I get real passionate about shit I say.
Yeah,
I get going.
I love it,
bro. Yeah, but that's love, though, bro. Just to talk a couple of the things that you said, and to piggyback on what Hawk said about football not having dominion, and you like, shit, I'm going to this school to get this good education. You know what I'm saying? And I think when you approach college that way, like I didn't plan on, I wouldn't think about going to the league. I came to Virginia to get the degree, to get the good job. I was like, I'm gonna go to this rich white university that is esteemed academically. And I'm like, you know what? I'm about to go kill this and then get me a good job when it's done. It just so happened that on Saturdays, I did the damn thing, but it's because I love the game. I love to compete. I love my teammates. We grinded. We worked through that shit. And so then, I get a chance to play in the league and I'm like, okay, good shit. All right, let's rock. And then you take that same mentality. I was used to winning at Virginia.
Right.
And conversely, I was used to winning. And then I get to the league and my God, it was, we just wasn't winning. And it was just the things that I saw, the people that I saw and how they went about their work. I'm just like, y'all content with this bullshit? Content with losing? And I'll never forget my boy Ricky Reynolds. I was his rookie. And he said, whatever you do, don't get caught up in the losing. Work on your craft, on one part of your craft every single day. And I never forgot that shit. And that's what I did. I went about working on my shit and became a leader at a young age. I'm a rookie out there starting in the league, and I'm a leader on defense. Just because I came in talking shit because I believed in me. That's what I did in college. I performed. I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna talk spicy to you all game. I'm gonna talk before, I'm gonna talk during, and I'm gonna talk after. But I was gonna, I was gonna back that shit up.
Had to.
And so when you come in with that level of confidence, people gravitate towards that. They like, damn, it's truly leading by example. And so when I listen to you and I hear the passion, the way you talk about it, it resonates with me because that's the kind of player I was.
Right. I see it. It's all in you. I'm only a descendant. I'm a descendant, dog.
Yeah, you almost got the underdog to come out on. Underdog's about to appear before Petty Hawk. You was right there. If you pulled up one of your sleeves and show your goosebumps, underdog would have came out, dog. You almost had him.
So you're saying I might have jumped through the screen, Hawk? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah. When he started saying, "This is what I like, man," I compartmentalized. I said, "Oh, he used a cove word. That's how Cove talk. Ball hawk, a fumble. I couldn't get it out. You said it clean. That's Cove right there. That's an underdog word.
I mean, I'm on the right place then, man.
Yeah. I saw it though, bro. I saw it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I know you don't. You kind of told it. Like if folks don't pick up, he told us by not really telling us, but he told us. But I'm gonna go back to it anyway. We'll talk about more of the college career because he said he don't want to talk about that shit. Okay, he said it.
Let's do it.
We're gonna talk about it. How was the journey of just being thrown to the fire in college and being young, playing tackle, being a freshman, playing that position? Like how was that for you and just the learning curve? Like what was that process like? Because people don't understand, man, that like we played DB, we on the island where everybody could see. You on the island that everybody blame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I didn't know the severity of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was never the plan to be there once. So, like, another thing, Atlanta produces stars. Atlanta has numerous guys. You can find a list of any league that Atlanta to produce. I was never one of them guys that paid attention to anybody. So, like, I only played my high school game. You know what I'm saying? Like, we weren't in contingency to go to the playoffs. So, I'm playing whatever's next Friday. And in the offseason, I'm going, I'm doing my schoolwork. I'm playing basketball with the game. That was it. So now I'm starting at a Power 5 college. It's like I'm only looking at the guy right here I'm about to hit. I didn't look at the fans or anything. Like I didn't, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't something that dawned on me. It was like, look where you at. It was like, nah, I had to lift all week. And I got bull rushed by I didn't even know what a bull rush was until I really got there. Until Trent Corney. Now he's I don't know if y'all seen Trent Corney now. You feel me? So that was my first introduction to NFL ball. Was a one-on-one rep at practice. Bro got 3 veins going through his bicep, and he one-arm stabbed me through the 10 yards back. So I'm like, okay, let's tighten up. But by the time I got to playing throughout the year. It was learned. Just I had Big Mo, you know what I'm saying? He's at left tackle, I'm at right. Jay Whitmire, who I end up going to my guard. These guys, I'm active coaching. You know what I'm saying? I had Scott Walkenheim. You know, so I appreciate him, but I'm learning from everybody who has something to say to me. It could have been a DB. Hey man, you need to use your athleticism to do this because everything was an imitation at that point. Like I didn't know how to play tackle. Like, I'm still raw in the league now. I end up having 3 different O-line coaches in my 4th season at UVA. I'm raw. I touched the league raw. So everything about my UVA experience was raw. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. Hey. The last game was the last game when you were 2-10. All right, Virginia Tech, you have to do something this game.
Yep.
There's no next week. Nah, that was resonated with me in high school. So, all right, we're not going nowhere. At least I can do it. I'm going to give you my all. Fuck you. Respectfully.
Right.
And I used to get the flags. I got the flags and stuff that said it, but it was like all pure passion because I was raw. I'm unapologetic about it. I never went haywire on anything, but I'm raw passion. This is all new to me. Everything's new to me. Everything was new to me.
You was our example of living in the moment.
Yeah.
Next play.
I didn't know Big Mo was that going to the league. You know what I'm saying? Had label on that he did. Like, I didn't know who he was. I didn't know what UVA was.
I mean that's was like I'm blown away just listening to you, man, because you really don't hear a player of your magnitude say, "I never checked for nobody else." It wasn't like I knew this. Like you really didn't know what majority of people who enthrall themselves in the sport make sure they know that causes the stresses. You know what I'm saying? That causes themselves to be mentally out of it because they worry about everything else versus what's right. You basically always worried about, and it's a blessing, bro, what was in front of you, period.
Yeah, that's it.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't have my family calling me, oh, we watch you on TV, you gave up this. What was wrong with your technique? No, it was like, they said, you good game, baby. You had a good game. Oh, I appreciate you. Saw you on TV, sending me screenshots. That don't help. That don't help me next week. I appreciate it. And you gotta think, like, at that time, I got to college at 17. So I'm like, yeah, y'all see me on TV. Like, it's more than I'm not on TV for robbing, stealing, or the bad things, or even I can be in Atlanta in the music industry or working for the community service things I was doing back home. Y'all see me on TV playing Power 5 football.
Damn, mama. Send me some plus dollars. Forget all this good game.
I need my money was going back home. If you want to talk about money, like, my aid and everything else, I was going home. I've been a man in the house since forever. I'm the oldest of 4, single parent household. My money was going home.
Talk, man.
No doubt.
I was going shopping. Listen, we were so blessed when the case came out that gave us more food. I was really up there catching up. I wasn't the guy that had to work down getting to college, 330, working out at 300. I got there at 270, 275. You feel me? So my plus dollars I was going to Wings Over at the time. I'm getting Domino's. All right, let's get as close to 300 as I can. That was it. I was
plus dollars gone by the first, gone by midterm.
The money I did have was going back home, so I learned how to ration. I learned how to ration real quick. I'm a D1 athlete. I learned quick. Humble.
Road games. Hey, let me get them Gatorades. Let me get all them snacks.
Yeah. My guys will tell you, my coach guys, they'll tell you, like, E deserve everything, that I have come from. Even still, I got a chip on my shoulder. But, I come from some humble beginnings, man. Like, even my duration there, it took a lot. It's a big reason why I didn't, become the bros at UVA. We didn't approve of, first year student, second year, I had to decide to get a car. I'm at the point now, I'm living a different, I'm not in the freshman dorm all 4 years.
Right.
I had to learn how to adult on the fly. Yeah, I'm one of the in-state kids, so I didn't have nobody, my mom, auntie, uncle, cousin, they not coming up there to help me.
They say that word again, you had to learn how to what?
I learned how to adult.
Adult.
Yeah, for real. That adulting shit is hard.
That's dope. Hey, man, get that man a pew right now. Yeah,
listen, real. I'm figuring it out. Even to this day, I'm with going to college and now in the league, like abrupt introduction to adulthood. But I'm hitting heights that my parents and grandparents haven't hit. So like, my manhood was abrupt. 21 turned 22. Here you go. I think I'm still blessed not to receive multi-millionaire contract coming out of college. Like, I'm a basketball guy. I'm good with my money. I could be better, but who knows where I'd be coming out with that much,
It's a lot of responsibility.
A lot of room. I mean, I'm teaching my family stuff that I'm learning. I'm like, okay, if I had came out of college with this, we'd be bad. They would have blown this, blah, blah, blah. Just for me, I had to grow. So I don't live with any regret. You know what I'm saying? I don't regret my family or anything like that. This was blessed upon me to be able to teach them what I'm going to find out and what I've already learned. So
that's dope, bro. That's dope.
This is new. Every day is new to me. Yeah.
That's dope. So, taking it back to UVA. So after the first year, you started every game your second year. You guys 5-7. So, hey, you got a couple more victories in. Then going into your third year, you were second team.
I was freshman All-American then. Yeah, I had some accolades.
Yeah.
I didn't even check them. It took for Twitter.
Yeah.
It took for Twitter to tell me all my accolades.
but I mean, you going into your third year, coming out of spring, you
Yeah.
were second on the depth chart.
Oh, you told me,
Yeah.
yeah.
They
Every
demoted.
Yeah, you got
every
demoted
year.
after starting 12 years. What was up with that?
Yeah.
I got demoted every spring, honestly. Even when Mendenhall got there. I think it was just a test of character. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I can apply it now. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I had a one-on-one meeting with my coach today. He's like, what he wants me to work on is my technique and efficiency. You want being more consistent.
Hmm.
So, and I told you now, I'm year 7, but I'm still learning how to be an offensive tackle. Really. So at that time at UVA, I think I was honestly replaced as much as I was because I didn't grasp football as much.
Hmm.
Like I didn't grasp how to be an offensive tackle as much. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I'm learning basic defenses. I'm learning like, okay, let me read this stack safety. Okay, let's expect some external pressure. Like that stuff high school, they not teaching it. We didn't come from a program where they are. So like I think I just grasped football slow. I just knew too much surface area street football. Like I
Hmm.
don't even have I don't even have a game system. Like in high school, I wasn't playing Madden or anything, so I'm outside playing throw 'em up, bust 'em up, or where other people smear their queer or free
Yeah.
fall. Like that's what I was playing. So when you
Yeah.
telling me I was fine at defensive end, so when you go tell me you
Right.
play offensive tackle, you're not
Mm.
playing that and throw 'em up, bust 'em up. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
Right.
by the time I got to college and like I said, the caliber college and program that I was with, I was behind on a lot of stuff, but I was raw. Like I could imitate Big Mo doing that at left, at right. That's what it was. So I think again I got replaced as often as I did because I didn't know ball as much, or
So,
didn't. Yeah,
so let me ask you this.
what's up?
This is when you use your resources. So you have access to Morgan Moses. Y'all on the same offensive line.
Yep.
So, why not tap into his knowledge? You have access to alums that were big time tackles, Jabricka Ferguson, Ray Roberts,
Mm-hmm.
guys that would help you right now. I know if you pick the phone up right now, Ray Roberts will get on the Zoom and he'll be
Mhm.
like, "What you need, big fella?" And he will walk you through, talk you through, because Ray know his shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
that's just a matter of you using your resources to be like, hey, walk me through because they help the program,
Right. Right.
especially Ray. And so it's a thing where you in New York, Mo in Baltimore. Yo, big fella, I'm come. Let's work out together. I want to look. I want to pick your brain. I want you to show me some shit.
Right.
That's the next level of your craft
Right.
because you can sit there and watch film all day,
Mm-hmm.
but there's nothing like the application of one of your boys, one of your fellow alumni working with you to raise your level. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because you have access to them.
Agreed. Yep.
Just like, yo, if I could teach you offensive line play as a former DB, you got access to me. And you would call me. You'd be like, dog, put me up on game on this. You know what I'm saying? You have access to dudes that can help with that, bro. So you don't have to feel like shit. Your coach tell you, like, I know I need to work on this. I'd never heard of that. Man, if you don't pick up the damn phone and call Ray Roberts or
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that, bro,
Right.
because that is the level of knowledge that you now gain that sustains your career. So
Right.
then you go from 7 to 10 to 12 because you're accumulating knowledge because the older you get, the smarter you got to work.
Right.
You feel me? And
Agreed.
so, bruh, if you don't have Ray Roberts' number, let me know. I don't have Mo number no more. I mean, I used to have it.
We ain't gonna talk about more. We ain't gonna
He ain't
talk
even
about more.
returned. Hey, he ain't never returned the call anyway. So now the number don't work. So
Man.
I
Hey.
I I can't say that. But
Big,
but I know
big
other
moment. Yeah.
dudes.
Big moment. I'm gonna turn green on me. I knew it was real.
Yeah, yeah, for real.
But
I
no,
felt.
I
Hey,
get it, and I appreciate
I
it.
felt all of that.
Yeah, no. At UVA, I did not know all my resources. I had Big Mo because I had him that 1 year, and he
Hmm.
kept in touch with me throughout my duration. But I didn't know the alum that went there. I didn't, didn't know to reach out to people. I was new to the
Yeah.
state, new to the school, new to everything. So that was just something that didn't go through my head. So it's not even an excuse as to why I didn't. I'm out of sight, out of mind. You know, I
But
didn't
it
do that.
happens. That happens more
And it
often
do.
than not, bruh.
Yeah,
For
yeah, I
real.
believe it.
A
I believe it.
lot of guys just don't know they have access to
Yeah.
us. And so that's why, Hawk and I, we try to be around the program. We try to get guys back as much as possible so that we can interface, we can chop it up, we exchange numbers, not just because we exchange numbers, because it's about resources. It's about, if someone can help you build your football acumen, cool. If somebody can say, if you're like, well, yeah, I'm interested in music, or I'm interested in this field, I guarantee you have an alumni that is adept in that area
Yeah.
and can open a door for you. That's what I mean when I'm talking about holistically using all of the resources you got. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? You
Right.
being there at the spring game, bro, that had value.
Mm-hmm.
That had value. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to keep the relationship with the athletic director, with the head coach, get to know some of these players so you can pour wisdom into them. So they look at you, they like, hey, I got Big Bro as a resource that I can reach out and be like, hey, Big Bro, I may want to talk to you about some life shit,
Well,
and because that's how they'll come at it. What is it like to be a pro? What
right.
is it? They will ask you those things. You may meet people, because what I want you to do is whatever, and we'll talk a little bit about the things that you're interested in outside of football, because work on it. Why, right? You need to be working on that now.
Already
Why?
on.
Why you hot?
Yep.
Because it's much easier to do it while you're hot than when you're away from the game.
Right.
Still doable.
Yeah.
Still doable. But the access that you have now is greater because you have a platform of being a New York Jet, and people
Right.
are like, they're gonna take them phone calls real quick, fast. You know what I'm
Agreed.
saying?
Yep.
And so, yeah, so bruh, just rock out on that shit. Anything like, hey, as always, any introduction that I can help facilitate, Hawk can help facilitate, bruh, say less. Say less.
Appreciate it in advance. I'm already knowing.
For sure. So then that next year, third year, you guys were 4-8 that year, started every game again. What was your thought process? At some point you had to realize, I don't think Mike London gonna make it. And so that's my guy. But at some point he probably wasn't gonna make it after 2-10, basically having less than 10 wins, or roughly 10 wins in 3 seasons.
Right.
That's gonna get you a pink slip. So were you thinking along those lines after that season ended?
Honestly, I didn't know at that level was it contract thing or anything like that. And I had come from a program in high school where we had transitioned to coaches, so it was for me. I knew, I'm like, his record can't be good. If there's rumors of him leaving or being done, it's like it makes sense, because at that point I'm a junior and I realized, okay, this is more of a business side of it, you know what I'm saying? At high school, I had dads that were coaches. You feel me? Like they coming out their free time, so I'm like, okay, I don't really know how it works with coach, but since I've been here, want, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
it is what it was. So by the time the end of the year, respect to him, man, he made us roar in that team room. It's an ongoing joke with my guys, but we knew he was out there at that moment. Like he had us stand up and roar. And but don't have me. Yeah, God. We knew he was out the door, man.
Take us back to that day, though. Come on, take us back to that day. We know you can imitate it. You didn't imitate it.
God, all right. So you know that he's a highly expressive guy, character,
Yes.
a lot of character. And I like Coach London. I didn't think he had the right supporting staff. You feel me?
That's facts. Right. We all knew the deal.
Okay, see, y'all knew more than me, because y'all were outside looking in. You get it, and y'all really
interrupt his drink right there. He interrupted his drink. You had him again. E. When I point, keep going. You went right.
Listen. Hey, listen.
I'm at the edge.
Man, listen. At that point, y'all knew y'all were external and internal forces. So y'all knew more than I did. I was just a player, so I'm like, boy, this shit backwards. Like, you feel me? This ain't making no sense. So I'm like, okay, I know we got all the talent in the room. You got guys on the field we playing against Lamar Jackson and all them boys. We holding them off to the fourth quarter. Them boys looking up dead in our eyes, telling us, so y'all know y'all gonna fuck this shit up, right? I'm like, what you mean? I asked Jackson Mateo. If y'all ever had Jackson Mateo on her, ask what that Louisville D tackle said to his ass in that last bomb with Lamar Jackson. He said, y'all gonna fuck this up. Virginia always does.
Oh.
I heard that boy say that. I said, I'd be damn we ain't go through and out that boy threw that back in the end zone. Woo.
Yeah.
So yeah, when he by the end of the year he made us roar out of there. We knew what it was. It was, I think it was a Miami game. We were like, this man gone. This man gone. He made us roar as zebras. He had us, man, I'm gonna tell y'all the goddamn story.
Yeah, come on.
Here we go. We in the team room at McHugh Center. He had everybody lined up, everybody in the seats. He get in, make a little line for us to walk through. He said, guys, you know, I'm gonna brief, you know, I'm shorting it up. I want you to walk through the game today and act like you're a zebra. Walking through, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to sound like him. Walking through a pack of lions. And I want you to not be intimidated or not show weakness. We like, what? Yeah, all right, coach, for sure. You know, attack what's coming at you. And I want you to look back at the lions. And I want you to roar. We looked at each other like, no fucking way. No way. And then he proceeds to have us all stand up. He said, look to the man left of you, look to the man right, and roar like a zebra. We all roared. Not off of motherfucking camaraderie. Off of this man's out of here. He's gone. He's gone. He's out of here. What are you talking about?
A zebra roars?
I didn't know a zebra roared.
A pack of lions, he told us a zebra. He said, roar as a zebra. I said, man, he gone. It don't make sense for him to be on here. Bro, wow. It got bad.
Come on, Michael. Michael, this is Petty Hall talking to you, Michael. Did your ass watch Madagascar instead of Gladiator? Man. You had to watch Madagascar.
You had to know. We had some knuckleheads on
I ain't never seen food. Like, I ain't never had food go up to a predator and threaten them like they still won't get their ass eaten up. Like
he said roar.
Come on, Michael.
And what game was this?
It had to be Miami. It had one of the end of 15, one of the end of that season. It was one of them. I think it was Miami.
Against them with dudes with gold teeth. You gonna say that?
Man, wow. That's how you. No, listen. I told him, man. I told him if I was a little bit more me at the time of UVA, I would have been a head case. Cause what is you doing?
Hey man, what Quinn do, man?
Man, all of man. Like, listen. All the knuckleheads, like all the we had our head on straight at that point. Head on straight, we're doing something on the field. We all looking at each other like we in tears. We in tears.
No way, man.
We professional high in tears, like we do that. We crack.
Oh my God.
We is in Quinn red. You know he a little red something. He turned all red and gone. We all sweating. We like hell no. This man said roar like a zebra, and we knew he was out of there.
Man, shout out to Mike Lenderman. What in the holy moly donut?
I got his intent.
And you know that's my guy. But dang.
That's our guy. But a zebra ain't never intimidated. Not a nail nutter.
Hey man, I ain't heard from Coach London since he left. I was like 7 years in the league. You would think I would heard from him, but I ain't.
Only time a zebra is dangerous if you go to Safari Park up here. That's the only time a zebra is dangerous because they will fuck your car up. That's the only time they
right then and there, right on the hands, on the niblets.
Wow, wow. So what was the transition like with Bronco Mendenhall that next season? And you got a new offensive line coach. What you said, your third offensive line coach in your career. What was Mendenhall like as opposed to Coach London? And what was 2J like as opposed to who was your offensive line coach that year? Mike
David Borbley.
Oh, Borbley. Okay, so it was Borbley. Okay, so what were the differences in 2J and Borbley?
Borbley, man, OG. He had more of like kind of mafia type approach to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Feel like he wasn't gonna say everything more than once. You know, definitely not gonna say it twice. So you either hear me or you not. So I'm like, okay. Every day was just like, you kind of had to find his humor because otherwise you would take it in a bad way because he was just that approach he had about him. So, but like him being older definitely gave more to his OG side.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
2J coming in, I always appreciate a good, clearly ex-O lineman, you know what I'm saying, bigger guy. You know, he was able to understand the bend or, you know, certain things. I always appreciate ex-O linemen that are O-line coaches, but he was a lot more expressive, hands-on for sure. You know, he's younger, able to really get in there. He was really big. You can tell it was a different dynamic between like with Coach. I don't know if Borb was big with his family, but 2J was, you know, included us immediately. You know, as Kava ceremonies and everything at his home with what is it? I forgot the assistant at the time, but Big Oos. We all went to the crib, so they out the gate week one. It's like, all right, we family. This how we do it coming from out here. So that was a big switch. And when it came to football, I don't know. I think I was still raw at that point. I'm just like, okay, what do you have to teach me rather than him? Really, I didn't really have no gates or close off with his approach because I was just like, okay, well, what happened before? I mean, I got my accolades that I've acquired, but at the same time, we haven't been winning as a team. So what you got for me? You feel me? That's what it came from him. But transition head coaches, you know, like I said, I had 3 years with Coach London, so I had no idea what to expect when Mendenhall got there, coming from BYU. You know what I'm saying? We all had our ongoing jokes. You know, we played BYU twice.
Yeah.
One being my freshman year, so my first year. So we didn't know what to expect aside from the Mormon, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Here they come, blah, 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 ha, ha, ha. So he walked in right after London gave us his final speech. I think it was like 10 minutes later.
Damn.
He walked in, with a monotone face, with that slight little Mendenhall smirk. And he looked around the room and didn't say nothing. We front row, because at this time we're going to our senior year. We like, what's going on? And he said, when you guys go home, don't touch weights. Just run. That was his opening statement. So we was like, what the fuck does that even mean? What are you talking about? What do you mean? So he's like, yeah. He did the look, man, the smirk. He did the little head nod. And then he did that. He checked his pulse, that thing he always do. He said, yeah, when you go home, don't worry about lifting weight. Just run. My goal is to get 15 of you guys to quit by spring ball. That's what bruh said. He said, if you're committed, we're stripping all your numbers and all that. That was his opening. Everything he did by the time spring semester started, we were out there in the ice.
Mm-hmm.
That was, you better get with the program because I didn't lie to y'all ass. That's exactly what that was. So if you didn't go home that Christmas break, because we didn't go no bowl game, if you didn't go home and run, your ass is grass. I was out there dying from the warm-up. So
from the warm-up.
Man, listen, I don't need to listen. You know how older kids say their parents had to change when they're younger siblings? He had to change. He had to have changed that next year or the years previous after from our opening year. Because we were out there bitch running track. I'll never be in that much shape again. If y'all run back my senior tape, look how much I was just running out of field every time I'm hitting the end zone, not winded. I was a fucking track star. I was a track star.
But the rub is y'all might have been in shape, but y'all was getting y'all ass whoa the fuck out. Y'all were 2-10. That shit wasn't translating.
Exactly. That's why I had to have been a decent job. I'm like, what Reese's Senior Bowl? Y'all want me to put we 2-10? Bet. I mean, I was out there being a fucking maniac. I was going crazy. You know the flag line choir that year? Just like being a psycho. Like I'm an in-shape 300-pound psycho. I remember the Duke game. Whew. I jumped over the pile, hit 3 on bowling ball. Just because I was lungs is full.
I ain't running way down here for nothing.
I'm not.
Right. Somebody got to get this work.
Off of momentum.
That's why I always tell dudes, I'm like, dog, if you see offensive lineman running down the field, move, because they gonna hit your ass. They ain't running down here for nothing, bro.
Watch out for me this preseason, because I plan on getting back to that in some form.
Getting back to it.
We got the we got the Pro Hall of Fame game. So we got that. We got the first preseason game this year. Us versus Cleveland.
And that's how I knew the trade was gonna take place, but we're gonna get to that. See?
Yeah, you feel me? The league, man. You got to think, look, A-Rod going, he going to Vegas.
Indeed. So you talked about the Senior Bowl. Yeah. How was that experience for you? Did you feel like you made a name for yourself? Because I heard you had a good Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
Honestly, I went there as a guard. I didn't even I didn't know because I got a late invite. I was preseason before we went 2-10. I was on a watch list. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? This guy at least could be here, you know. So watch him throughout the season. Finished 2-10, and I didn't get a call from agents nor any bowl game. So like, let alone a Reese's, they already got their guys. So I almost at that time I got invited to the Tropic Bowl down in Daytona. My agent that I had got a week before then told me not to go. He was like, "You started in 44 games and played 45 out of 48. Like,
Yeah.
you cool out on that. Just train for pro day." So I was training at Virginia, but I got a call while training for pro day at McHugh from Vince Breeders, the media guy. He said, "Hey, you've been invited to the Senior Bowl. You need to go this Wednesday. Guys getting there for the Senior Bowl on Sunday."
Damn.
So I flew in. I had just did 40 training. You feel me? Like bench press. So I'm out there tired, wore out. So he said, "Hey, you need to go to Mobile, Alabama, from Charlottesville." I was like, "Okay, cool. Let's do it." That was a whirlwind experience. But got down there. Everybody was doing interviews and stuff. And O-lineman had went like Monday or Tuesday. I got there the night where I think D lineman and defensive guys were going. So I got a few little, interviews and stuff when I got there. But it was, by the time I got there, it was nighttime. Everything was rushed. And my very next morning, I had full practice.
Damn.
Best in the country at a position I never even took a play snap at guard at Virginia. I never played anything but tackle, and mainly right. I got a few snaps at left tackle, but I went there as a guard. And I found out it was the guy that I ended up going to Miami with. They drafted him 4th or 5th round, Isaac Asiata. But he's the one that went down. It's funny enough. But I got there and played a position I didn't know. So that was another, you talking about underdog experience. I'm like,
Adapt.
least I know how to do is be snappy and hit a motherfucker. So I'm like, all right, even numbers mean this way, odd numbers mean that way. Don't let my QB get hit. It just made sense. So I feel like it made a name just because, one, this guy's versatile. You know what I'm saying? He's durable. He has, at that time I never had an injury in my 4 years at Virginia, so knock on wood. He just able to go. So at that point I played right and left guard. And my first contact with Reese Bowl was a full padded practice. Dalvin Thomason from Alabama. He was my first one-on-one rep. I still got it rep on my phone because it was on the snap. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I just did this a couple times, sat down. He ended up falling. I swiped. I said, "Oh, that looked good. All right, let's do it."
Okay, cool. Next.
Let's go to another drill, coach. I got my rep.
I didn't plan on being there, man. Everybody was surprised when I got there at that point. And I don't mean sent a guy I went to high school with, Gerald Everett. He's tight end with the San Diego Chargers. Well, they're not San Diego no more. But the Chargers. He ended up getting drafted that year, obviously, second or 44th overall. So we went to the same high school.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh, yeah, his story, he got a crazy story too. But, so he ain't go to Virginia. He ain't on the story right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So then you go undrafted to Miami, but you make the 53-man roster as an undrafted offensive lineman. Bro, that shit ain't easy, bro.
Didn't know.
That shit ain't easy.
I didn't know.
Word?
I mean, like, I knew that I made a team, but like my birthday, okay, one thing, my birthday is cut day every year in the NFL. It's either day of, day after, or day before. September 2nd. So my birthday is, I'm luckily enough, you know what I'm saying, worked hard enough to have a job every year for my birthday. But that was my first year. My birthday was finding out I made the 53-man roster. So that was a big shock. Nobody call you and say, "Hey, you made the team." I'm just sticking around. I'm at the team facility eating.
You ducking the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, like, and I talked to like Mike Tannenbaum. I'm in the team cafeteria getting like a deli sub. He said, "Oh yeah, congratulations." I said, "On what?" I'm like, what the news is? I'm here, Peace Corps. Like, what's going on?
What?
I'm like, no, my agent ain't telling me at the time. Whole nother situation. Like, everything was new. Everything was new up until this point. Like, I'm always looking forward to tomorrow because I never know what it holds.
Wow.
That was a prime example. Then I found out on my birthday. that I made the 53-man roster.
Good
But
shit.
yeah, as an undrafted free agent, I didn't notice it. I didn't know how big deal it was. It was like,
And you didn't know because
Yeah,
your
bro.
ass was your ass was getting something to eat. Your ass was cut. That no. you got your iPad. Yeah, coach want to talk to you.
yeah, I was ready. I mean, I didn't know what I was ready for, but I was ready because it wasn't planned. It wasn't planned. So I had got the preseason that year. That first game we played the Falcons. So I'm from Atlanta. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna perform out here, but it's just green light. Like I had ended up getting the highest ranked tackle in the league that week. You know what I'm saying? So I get back to practice for week 2 of camp or the week 2 of preseason, and I'm getting interviewed from everybody like this. And I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? They like, why didn't you get drafted? I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to answer that? Like, I don't know.
Right. Hey, I don't do the draft.
Go do the research. Shit, I was the same motherfucker
Yo,
a year ago.
he's so sincere with it though. Like they probably think he's been an asshole. He like, man, like I want to know just like you. Like,
Yeah, like if we could go watch film, I would love to know how the hell I got here. I ain't questioning it, but who don't want to know the why and the how? You feel me? Like, I'm here now.
Right.
hey, let me follow you. Let's find this out together.
Yeah,
Right.
like, yeah, come on, let's put my hand right here. Oh, that's what I did. Yeah. It's wrong.
What's so wrong with this dude, man?
Yeah.
Hey man, you good at your job. Your boss tell you that? Because I would have never found out.
Man, listen, I still been waiting for a college highlight tape. I don't even know how to make my own because I don't know how to get in touch with the film. I've asked Luke numerous times, Luke Goldstein. He's been busy, but I'm like, man, I don't have anything to show anybody. Luckily, I don't come from a sports family. It hasn't been as big as an issue, but like, I don't know how really.
Right.
I had to go check like Smoke My Zills, highlight and stuff to catch myself.
Smoke got a bunch of them shits.
You feel me? And I'm downfield with his ass. Let's get it. You feel
That's all you gotta do is take smoke film.
That's me right there. So
yeah, hey, you did have some backs at UVA though, real rap.
Yes, sir.
KP, Smoke, you had some backs, bro.
You feel me? So I would love to really sit down like and just watch my progression of how I got better because like obviously in other folks' eyes I had more to me than I even thought of myself because I didn't know what to think of myself. So like getting here and just knowing I was that much better than people. Oh, let's call it spade a spade, like better than people and people who had true intent of being where I'm at is a blessing. But that's a testament to who the fuck I am. You feel me? Like I'm a hustler first. I knew I even going to UVA, I never knew what I wanted to study. I graduated and I knew what I wanted to do. I was about to go to the military if I didn't go to the league. Yeah, because all I knew then, you graduate with a degree, you go to the military, you receive high rank. My ultimate goal leaving Atlanta was to be able to take care of my family.
Right.
That was it. I'm like, NFL, okay, cool. Year 7. Who the fuck would have known?
All I want to know is this though. You was in Miami. Those Miami checks after taxes look a whole lot better than other places after taxes.
Than them goddamn New York checks after taxes.
Man, listen. Let me say something. Making the 53 in Miami.
Sir.
Yeah.
Man, I was like I said, I honestly paid more in my first couple years than the last few.
Because you was in Miami.
But and I got injured week 4. I got a stint on my contract. But that was still the most money I've ever made. Was like my rookie year in the league. And it's like and then I got back active my last couple of games. So like credited season and everything. So like I popped out strong. I would love to do more what I did that preseason, but injury.
And you've hit the pension season already.
Yeah. So
they gotta take care of me whenever I say I'm done.
No question, bro. No question. Shit, I'm 10 years away from that 65 myself. I'm waiting to the last bit.
You should.
Before I start taking my piece, bro. Man, hey, make sure you putting shit in your damn 401k, bro.
I make them match it every year.
Yeah, about to say make them match it.
Match that shit.
Knock down your growth space.
Squad or not. I'm like, I'm gonna need this in the long run. Like,
facts.
Extra
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, but I've had to make some executive decisions because that's also learned that 401k conversations aren't had in my household. You feel me? So it's like I'm listening to the guys who won major contract guys who had these people around them. Like I'm around Laramie Tunsil, Jawan James, Mike Pouncey, my rookie year, Dominican Sue.
Yeah.
I got some guys. I'm like, let me pay attention to
Big check.
it's foreign to me, but let me listen in on it. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's been like that every year. I just at this point had numerous locker room teammates. Like
and this year the dude making the checks.
Yes, sir.
He been around
So
already too.
beat
so
the
hold
spot.
up.
Yeah, we can't skip over the other guy.
After Miami, New England, New York Jets, New York Giants, Dallas Cowboys, Arizona Cardinals, New York Jets again, New York Giants again, New York Jets, Tennessee Titans, and New York Jets for the third time. Just talk about the overall experience and what you've learned from that experience. I mean, for me, I think the biggest thing was people always ask me about my NFL experience, and I say, I love the game of football, but I hate the fucking business of NFL football.
Yeah.
So tell me what your experience has been after all of those different destinations. Keep it a buck.
No, and that's the only way I know how. I can honestly say this isn't for the light of heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had storage units in 3 different states at one point. You know what I'm saying? Moving from state to state, shipping my car, my vehicle, and everything. All for me to still be, to this day, be on my rookie contract. So, like, the mental side of things, I know guys, you say you hit this point of this pinnacle of the sport, you get all type of smoke blown up your ass. But like people aren't ready for it. If you're not that guy when you get up here, let alone your ass get snapped, you get cut. I seen guys, a lot of my peers going to the depression and the real anxiety of what's next. Like I've witnessed that every day. So like those are always have been my reality checks. It's just like, what if tomorrow wasn't tomorrow? You feel me? I pay attention to my coworkers. I seen coworkers who was there today, going tomorrow, and I have had to ask for a little bit of money going toward their rent. They have families and shit. I've seen that. So like, if your mental isn't in it, your physical gonna check out way along. It's gonna check out. This is not a job you can go in. I'm gonna just do this. And no, these people go crazy, and you got people risking post, you know what I'm saying, CTE and all this stuff, just for you to go out here and be a body. It's not gonna happen here. So I become even more advocate of therapy and things like just being able to talk. Like I got guys, obviously outside of my numerous teammates at this point. Like I got people who I can call back home. You know what I'm saying? Not even just about the sport of it, the business. Like taxing. It's frustrating. It's fucking monotonous. It's fucking tedious. It hurts. Like I wake up sometimes I feel like I'm 18. Some days I feel like I'm 83. You feel me? It's like, how can I tell myself to continue to do something that is such a strain on the body, but find that passion to stay in it at the same time? So I've always committed to like, if once that passion leaves or that chip on my shoulder, like I'm an ego guy because that's what comes with the job. But once this checks out, I gotta go because this is not one of me. Guys die out here. You feel me? This is I tell people we gladiators. People come and watch us in a big ass bowl to watch us tear each other apart. Yep. And y'all, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to give us the stuff that comes with it. We don't even get severance when the motherfuckers is cut. You feel me? Like what you have no use to us. Goodbye. And when people get that, we joke about it. That what's that? Next man up mentality. That shit has so many branches. Yes, you're on the field or you don't do your job. Next man up. Your ass get cut or your ass get hurt or anything, it's next man up. They use it
move the drill.
Yeah, it's a drill for them. Like, because at the end of the day, coaches, people get mad at their coaches for certain, reasons and things in the league. A lot of them decisions coming from upstairs. So, like, you got to worry about appealing to the right folks. Are you a good energy in the locker room? Like, these people, like, it's really, if you on a business, man, if you don't really have a hustle outside of being an athlete, and not have your mental, boy, you gone. You are dead. You murk in the water for sure.
That's it.
And they gonna eat you. They gonna eat you with no remorse.
Oh,
that real world is real. It's real. So for me, yeah, so having my vices, like I like to skate. People don't know I like to go to the skate ring. That's what
Yeah. I be peeping
yeah.
you on IG. I
Man,
be peeping
dog.
your skate game. I be peeping your
Listen,
skate game.
Hold on.
The big fella be skating, Hawk.
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
I brought them up to OTA. They're right here.
I know you from. I know you. Oh, I know you from
Okay.
Atlanta. I watched Roll Bounce. I watched ATL too with Ti and stuff.
Yeah.
You telling me you?
Yeah.
How much you weigh right now?
307.
And you out there like getting fancy, or you just out there?
Oh no. He get fancy with it.
You out there dancing like the OJs with your skates on?
Charlottesville never had a skate ring. I put it like that. I
mean, it's a skate park. You could have shoot.
We ain't outside. We on the indoor.
Oh my bad. See, that's a down south.
I did my research. Listen.
Yeah. They close all our skating rings around here for good reason. Because we went out to skate.
Listen, that's y'all fault. You want me to apologize? I was ready to get down.
He did not leave his 10 toes. He won't let me get him off his square right there. He like, oh no, big, hey, play with it. So you brought your skates here when you last came here too? That's what you said?
Oh yeah, they was in my for the spring game. I had them in my car. I drove up to New Jersey.
So you travel. So like Cub played golf. He always got his golf clubs.
You want me to go get them? It ain't gonna take 10 seconds.
Let me see what type of skates you got, bro. Go ahead. I need to see this, man. That man 3+. Come on, man. See what type. If he got a little engraved initials.
Them a longboard right here.
Oh, you longboarding too? You Tony Hawk?
I'm a big hippie, man. But these are OGs, baby. Come on.
Oh, I knew he was gonna bring the black ones. Never mind. He can skate. He got the black ones. Never mind.
Yeah. This ain't no game. Ain't no stoppers. We do that.
Oh, and ain't no stopper. That's how you know somebody can skate.
You ain't getting no Omega. You ain't make no Omega specials.
That ain't for you to know.
Boom.
Boom.
And the drummer get wicked.
I mean, come on. I'm supposed to say, yeah. You gotta come out there and see.
Yo, how you just test me like that? Show me out.
Omega special.
I mean, it ain't disrespect. Now you know what? You're right. I did. You're right. No, I'm just making sure because I don't want no smoke. Everybody I know is Omega. Everybody that's in my circle is Omega. So you got you, Cub, Hassis, Brandon Isaiah, George Stanley, my cousin Sean Hamlet. Everybody that's in my circle are big bros, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta know how we come. It ain't hostile. We just like.
Oh no.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
I know he knows.
I'm clarifying for a reason, okay? Because I don't want a brother that's listening to see me at the game and press me on your behalf and Cub behalf, thinking I got away with it.
Hey man, it's Omega special, man. He get the pass, bro. It's just Omega special.
Thank you. Woo! I apologize, man. It's like school days. I'm Spike Lee right now. I got no idea.
Hey, I finally watched that too, man. I had to get it up. I had to catch up with the culture, man.
No doubt, man. That's dope, though, bro. That's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope that you skate, bro. Because that shows your athleticism and agility right there, bro.
Yeah, and honestly, it works a bunch of little minute muscles people don't think about. So I do a bunch of little freaky stuff on the field. I was like, imagine if I was back at the end, dog. You feel me? Like that's a little.
I watched It Is What It Is with Cameron and Mason. When you said freaky, I was about to hit you with a Cameron. Pause.
What you finna say, man? What you finna say?
Pause.
Man, listen, bro. I get freaky on them skates, dog. Cause you can do stuff on the skates that you won't just hit on the dance floor. Like I can do some, you say you get real groovy, but it's a skate vibe because they attract to you. So they see you 6'5", 300, 6'9" on skates. You grooving like that. It's like, why he dipping like that? Why he? And I got the sweat rag with me.
You got another question, man. Go ahead and pivot, man. I don't like where we going right now. I ain't changing, man. Come on, man.
Hey, bro, you had me pull out the skates and then you get mad when I talk skate like that's crazy. Oh man.
Hey, yo,
Look, man, you wanted some insight, now you running.
I did. I definitely was.
I can't with y'all.
Like I said, skating is
nah.
my therapy, man. Skating is one of my therapies.
Nah, that's dope though, bro. Nah, all jokes aside, though, that's dope though, man. I admire that, bro. Like you're a dope dude, bro. I didn't know all this, man. I mean, like when we talk, I knew you was cool, man. But the shit you been saying today,
Wow,
yeah,
man. I can run it back, man. And then my guys who know me, I'm a mouthpiece. I can talk.
Oh, I already knew that. I already knew that. I saw that in person. Angry at talking about my. I ain't even. You said it twice. I'll let you get away with it. Your ass did get a lot of flags.
Yeah. Yeah, you ain't running from that shit. Why? What we was down, like, bro. At least I'm gonna do is let your sideline know you a hoe. You a hoe. You a hoe.
An entire one too.
I'm gonna give y'all something to talk about on Sunday. Like, Virginia, we won. I fucked your boy up that play. We had a 3 and out, but he got fucked up 1 out of them 3 plays.
I may have lost, but I won this war. Goddamn it, he gonna remember me.
Yeah. Oh my god,
that was 4 years. I had no idea. I didn't know I was NFL caliber because I was fucking.
Just know you could have been my teammate and Cub's teammate without question.
No question.
Without question.
And that's why I gravitated toward both of y'all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I made home when I was away from home. You feel
That's a fact, bro.
Yeah.
Always right.
Sure. So tell us about the energy in that building now that number 12 is coming from Green Bay, bro. Aaron Rodgers. What's that energy like?
It's growing up watching guys that been OGs for a minute, you know what I'm saying, outside of meeting Tom Brady, like you get a certain like, nah, no way I'm finna really meet him. Like, yeah, I played him against him on the field. I've been in Lambeau. I play, you know what I'm saying? Now I can just we all excited to absorb what's about to come. You feel me? It's like it's much more than a football player. It's much more than it's a Pro Bowler coming. This is a yellow jacket guarantee. This is a no question.
First ballot.
You feel me? This is like this is a guru that's about to be our teammate. That's different. This is more than just a competitor. This is gonna be our guy. So it's like everybody, and if you really care about this sport and you walk with a legend like that, a living legend, a playing legend, you have no choice, even if you're on the other side of the ball, but to get jitters. Like, I'm about to be associated with one of the best of the best. Just by doing my job at the very least.
Yeah.
So I get somebody, everybody a little bit more oomph, I'm gonna step this way. I'm gonna set my 45 ain't gonna be a 46. It's gotta be a 45. I gotta get on that angle. You feel me? Like I wanna be, my elbows need to be tucked. Like everything needs to be right. Because you got more than just a player coming in. You got a playing coach. He's better than majority of the coaches who at least on the staff, like he's on the field with you. Potentially, it's a lot. So
they
say no matter what side of the ball, guys are just enthused. You feel me? They just give you that much pre-workout before a workout. You feel me? Like
y'all got some pieces too, boy. Y'all got some pieces.
You got that young saucy dude back there, boy, with the same first name. You feel me?
That boy, what he is on the field is who he is on the field. Like that's he it's a reason he here. He said it in all the previous interviews all the way back to like middle school, high school. Like I'm gonna be that guy. So guys like that inspire me. You feel me? Like you've been had that eye on you. So like Andrew Brown, Gatorade Player of the Year. Like I'm with I know some living historians. Like y'all made history in the y'all perspective field and your perspective lane, and I get to call you my teammate. Now you're my brother. I appreciate you, feel me? I got my story to tell them. I tell their ass I never planned to be here now in year 7. They like, whoa, blah, blah, blah. So the shit we able to resonate on and really, build that camaraderie and that campfire bonds over just coming from different walks of life and just always having those tangents that bring back to that triangle. Like, oh damn, we game. You feel me? So
right. Yeah. Y'all look like y'all had a blast at that damn hockey game the other night.
Oh, listen.
Yeah.
I ain't never been a chugger, so I wasn't the one that was going to get on the screen. But my dogs, I had to make sure they were good. Loosen, they showed up to get right, my boy. You need to show your shit.
You're right.
Yeah, we had a good time, man.
That looked like so much fun.
Yeah. Me being an offensive lineman, that's one of those positions. We good?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for why they called me real quick. But playing offensive line, that's just one of those groups you always intermingle with so many different guys. And coming up there after Big Mo left, both Sadiq and Big George had got hurt. So I was the only black offensive lineman on the line for years. At least playing consecutive games. So and then coming from where I came from, it was different. So me being a chameleon, both a chameleon and open to so many different guys and ethnicities and cultures, like I'll gather all that, and they just welcome me right out the gate. So I'm playing offensive line is definitely one of the ones. It's an aid to, like, I aid to life, man. You really resonate with so many different guys and so many different people, and then everybody family like to feed you. So like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to Boston with Jack McDonald with all his people. Accent deep as hell. I ain't never Bostonians. I'm coming up there. They don't understand shit I'm saying, but I got a plate full of food in front of me just because of like their baby is my boy. That's my brother.
Right.
You feel me? So now I've had since 9 different O-line groups I've been with in the league. I got a lot of families,
Yeah, you do.
That's good stuff, man.
So it's a lot of perspective to with this field of work, man. So even like I said, that's been a benefit to being on so many different teams. Like I have a lot of teammates. I've made a lot of impression on a lot of people, and vice versa. So they got their pros for sure. It's definitely not all
good shit.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Before I got to give out another shout out to another Wahoo there, my guy, B Hall. They got Brees Hall, they got Bryce Hall. We talking about Bryce.
And they got Chris Glacier there too.
And Glaze.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they got the big Glaze there.
Yeah, we 3 deep. We 3 deep.
Yeah. Has Bryce talking more now?
He talking more because he's more of a leader here. Before I even got back, he's playing a lot more. He had that role. He's more of the preacher man, the chaplain, team chaplain for sure. But like,
word,
yeah, Bryce.
Yes,
I don't know. I didn't really get to mingle with him at UVA because I left. He was one of my young boys, but he gave his life to Christ, leaving out of UVA. So like,
he got a daughter now.
Chaplain, he got his wife and kid here. Headstrong guy, man. Like, but he's still a team chaplain.
Luke, man.
With him not starting and stuff, like that's his role. He can ball too, at the same time. So he still got his leadership role and very much. And he was young, developed here. So
yeah.
No, they love him here, man.
Good shit. But dog, we're gonna let you get out of here, man. But before we do, we usually end our session with something called "Shut the Hell Up, I'm Underdog," and what that is something that gets under your skin, but you're like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna get over it. Holla at us.
And you say it could be on or off the field?
Yep. Anything. Just anything.
What gets under my skin most, more than anything, is when people don't follow through with shit they say they're gonna do or have aspirations of doing. So like, for me, like I bring up like a family thing. Like I've heard, I'm in a place now where I'm still in the league. I'm in the 1 percentile, but I very much have reality and real day situations. Reality's back home. So I'm able to realize and pick up on a lot of my family's obstacles and hiccups that they put upon themselves and refuse to overcome. So like, I see everything that they've said, I'm going to fix, I'm going to do that. And that shit irritates me because it's at a point now, like, y'all choosing not to. And that, like, that's the definition of, what is it? Insanity. So it's like, I'm in a whirlwind where I'm a whole bunch of news and I've been a lot of good habits, all of me to go back and like, fuck. And that's just one example, but that's what get under my skin with anybody though. Like, I got to live your creed on my arm. Like, if you're gonna say something, you had to,
Where'd you get that from?
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you fix your mouth up to say something, and you look, and I'm a big eye contact guy. And if I've heard you say this, and you not done it, you don't do it at all, we gonna rub each other the wrong way. I'm just blood or not. So if my own blood can do it, just know that if I met you in any capacity in my life, if you don't say you can do something, especially if it's like true substance, you might want to get the fuck away from me. You feel me? Because like, I got here off of like doing things, and I'm constantly having to do things. I'm in a job, career field where I get a daily evaluation, or the quarterly evaluations every day. You feel me? So like, I have to live my creed. You feel me? So that's just that's the thing that gets on my skin. If you say you're gonna do something, do it. That's it.
I love it.
Oh, good shit. Well, dog, man, appreciate you, man. This has been an absolute pleasure, bro. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Like I said, man, thank y'all for letting me be myself because, you know, my 4 years there with the program, different coaches and everything like that. Like my guys, my core guys there, they know I've always been this guy. So they're not surprised by anything that has come with, you know what I'm saying, with anything with the league. It just come with nothing but congratulations. But I've always been this person. I was just always, like I said, compartmentalized who I was, not really, you know, not really conforming to UVA, but not overwhelming Charlottesville at the same time. But you know what I'm saying, I appreciate y'all for and the fans, of course, for hearing me out. I'm that guy for sure. You know, I can be approached by any of you all. We can have a dialogue conversation. I'm gonna look you in your eye and I'll probably give you a hug by the end of the conversation. But thank y'all for hearing me, man, because I'm wholeheartedly who I am.
Absolutely, bro. We just created this platform just to give guys their flowers while they're here and allow former players to control their own narratives, because we're in the media realm and we understand how narratives create those headlines. And sometimes, majority of the times, it's not the truth. And like you said, we got to learn how to code switch and act a certain way because we don't want to fuck our money up or just have a wrong perception about us. But this is a platform that allows the locker room talk to come to the forefront so you could take a look behind the curtain and appreciate how somebody like yourself you be nasty getting a bunch of damn flags, but then can skate with the best of them and have one of the most laid back personalities you'll ever be around. Like that's something that we just want people to know, because it's always guarded by us by just the locker room. Because when we leave this sport, that's the one thing we miss, the locker room. Why not use this platform and extend that life and share the stories as you told with Coach London and good tongue in cheek, because you told that story amongst your peers, and he's probably told that story. But now they get to hear it, and they feel like they right there in the locker room with you.
Right. No, for sure. This was a blessing. It felt good to be here. I didn't even really check how long I've been on here because
it just goes by. It goes by so fast.
So,
it's vibing.
So fast.
I'm gonna tune in more definitely just cause, man, that it felt good. It felt good to do this. And
for sure.
Man, I'm an open book as y'all can see.
Yep.
We can talk about anything, but I really appreciate you.
Word. Tell Hasis to call me too, because I tried to holler at his ass and he ain't hit me back yet. So tell him to holler at the dog.
You know we in the same state now. I'm about 30 minutes from Hasis. I go pull
tell him to holler at me. Tell him to holler at me. Word. Well, fans, this has been another edition of the Lockdown featuring TCov and The BallHawk with special guest New York Jet Eric Smith. Until next week, we are